Hi guys, Stanley Orr here, and I have some exciting news. I am officially done assembling the voice tracks for Invader Zim, the Doom movie!
What's a Zim Doom movie thing anyway?
Glad you asked, random stranger who somehow got into my room. You're creepy. Anyways, you see, a long time ago, in the ancient year of 2013, I had the idea to make an Invader Zim fan film. You know, it was basically me thinking, okay, here's a show I love which didn't get a series finale, and I think it deserves one. So the rest is pretty much history. Throughout several years of on and off again production and effort, I wrote a script, got volunteer concept artists on DeviantArt, we all sat together and did a lot of work on that. I composed a rough soundtrack with Mario Paint Composer. I snagged some volunteer voice actors, and now, finally, the voices from those voice actors are fully assembled. This means I'm ready for phase 2!
That's my favorite phase!
This is where you come in. Alright, so before we do anything else for volunteers, the first thing I'm going to need from you guys is people who want to help me get things organized. This means I need to get a team pulled together, and we're going to sit down, go through the script and audio together, and take notes on what we need as far as sound effects, concept art that hasn't been made yet, stuff that's different between the audio and the script, things that might confuse people, stuff that's too vague that needs clarifying, all that jazz. We're basically going to take notes and graffiti the script with notes, and then also get lists pulled together of stuff that we think we'll need. Basically, that's what you're going to be helping me with if you're interested in this first step. So if you are, then simply send me an email to invaderzimtdm@gmail.com, you see there, and include this as the subject line: IZTDM Inventory Volunteer. This way I can filter through the emails easily. I don't want it to get lost in all the emails I get. And then you just tell me what you're interested in, you know, like, hey, I'm Bob, I want to help, when's the meeting, etc. It's like, pretty straightforward introductory email that I need. And then when I get enough people volunteering for that, we'll all come together and coordinate meeting times and sort things out that way. And we'll have it straightened out so that we can sit down and go through this audio one scene at a time and just take notes. We're not going to do it all in one session, by the way. This is going to be a lengthy process. So you're going to meet back once every couple weeks or so, and we'll just do it like that. Anyways, that's basically all there is to it. That's going to be the easiest, most straightforward step, if you want my opinion, because it's literally just sitting down in inventory management. Plus, you get to hear the finished voice work before anyone else. Now, isn't that cool? For the first thing we're really going to be doing as far as volunteer work goes, I'm going to need people to get together and do the rest of the concept art, because it kind of got left in a half-finished state, and there's a lot of gaps to fill. So we're going to need a bunch of talented artists working on this, just like back in the day at the height of its activity. And I'd love to add more of you lovely worms to the ranks, so I'm going to be taking volunteers to help me with concept art. Another thing, while that's going on, I'll be taking volunteers to help me assemble rough storyboards based off of the script, audio, and whatever concept art is currently available for each individual scene. The idea is to meet weekly or every other week or whenever we can to discuss each sequence individually and make the rough storyboard together. We each will get assigned different parts of each sequence, and we'll come together, improve on our rough storyboards, get feedback, tweak it a little, and then get it ready for everyone else. And then that leads to step 3, sound effects. I'm going to need you guys to come together and help me collect all the public domain sound effects you can find, or, you know, just record them yourselves based on what we need. And then when the checklist of sound effects is all taken care of, that'll be that. I might have you help me assemble the sound effects and put them into the audio too, but I don't know. That sounds more like something I would do myself. Speaking of things I might do myself, I'm also going to do the music myself. I might take volunteers to help me with the music, the soundtrack, But I've already worked on the music so much, that's really my wheelhouse right now, so it's not that I don't want to share, it's just that I already have so much material to work with, I might as well just see it through. So that's where we're at with music. And if you are wanting to do music, I highly recommend you sit on it for a week before volunteering. In fact, I want you all to sit on it for a week before volunteering for all of this, except for the inventory management, which we can get to going right away because that doesn't require a lot of commitment. But like rough storyboards, concept art, even sound effects gathering, music, if you're wanting to do any of that, I'm not going to accept volunteers right this minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait till May 7th. That is, let me look it up here. Saturday, May 7th is when we're actually going to take volunteers. So I'll make a post then explaining how you can actually sign up for those other positions. But sit on it. Sit on it for a little bit and make sure this is something you actually have the time and drive and dedication to do. Man, if I had a penny for every time someone flaked out on me in the middle of working on this project, be that a concept artist not getting something done, or a voice actor quitting, or just running out of motivation altogether, I'd probably have $1, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it'd be 100 pennies, because this has happened to me 100 times. I swear, it feels like that.
Hi, future Stanley here, realizing that sounds a bit harsh in hindsight, so let me clarify that if you actually did have to quit the project a while ago just because of prior commitments, family things, a change in situation, anything at all that was out of your control, or even that was in your control, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Heck, even if you did lose interest, this isn't me bashing you or anything. I wanted to be joking about that, and basically I was just trying to emphasize to everyone that yes, you need to make sure you can actually commit to this before you jump in, and to not rush into something impulsively and then regret it. So yeah, that's all that is.
Don't impulsively do anything. Just wait and make sure this is something you actually have the time to dedicate to doing. It's not going anywhere, and it's a volunteer position, so I'm not going to make you do more than what you're capable of. If you can only do one thing, great. If you can stick it out and write it out to the very end of the project, that's fantastic and even better. But I'm not holding you to anything beyond what we agree on the front end. And then there's animation, which is technically the other volunteer thing, but we're not going to get to that yet. I'm not even going to put that on the table yet. First, we got to get everything else done before we can do that final step, so that'll be its own beast to tame farther down the road. In the meantime, I hope you guys find some of this useful. If you know anyone who might be interested in this, show them the video. And until then, I will catch you later.